Hello and welcome to this first video in the LBI platform demonstration and tutorial video series. In this first video, I'm going to be introducing the concepts and the approach behind the LBI platform. In the subsequent videos, we're actually going to be taking on a much more hands-on approach and looking at some live demonstrations and tutorials using the platform, but we'll actually be referring back to the concepts and the approaches that are introduced in this video. So first of all, what is exactly the LBI approach? Well, in a nutshell, very simply, the approach behind LBI is that you learn languages by watching interesting video content. But what's really key here is that you're not just watching any video content that somebody else has picked for you. You're actually watching video content that you have chosen based on your interests, based on your specific topics that you are interested in learning about. So essentially the concept behind the LBI language learning platform is that any interesting video can be transformed into some very compelling language learning material. And why this approach actually works is really based on some research in neuroscience that has demonstrated very clearly that when you learn about a subject that captivates you and that's of great interest to you, then that learning will be extremely efficient, much more efficient than if you're learning about a topic which is of limited or not of interest to you. So how does LBI platform actually tackle this problem of taking video content and transforming it into a language learning material that you can use to learn a language? Well, essentially what the platform does is it takes that video, imports it into the platform, and it provides tools and information that actually makes the message behind that video understandable and comprehensible to you so that you can use it as part of your language learning process. And by understanding the message behind the video, you will be understanding the vocabulary, you'll be understanding the structure of the sentences in their language, and you'll be in a very natural and very intuitive way gaining familiarity with the language and actually building progressively competence in the language. Very concretely, how does that work? When you import a video into the LBI platform, what the LBI platform will do for you is actually will generate some very high quality subtitles of the audio track, and will also generate translation of those subtitles into your native language. So that's the first step that will start making the message understandable to you, because you'll have a direct translation in your own language that you can understand. But far beyond that, the LBI platform is going to be providing also tools so that you can understand the vocabulary of the words and the expression that you see in the subtitles, so that you can start progressively understanding the structure of those sentences. And so through a very natural, immersive process, you will be learning the language much in the same way as we all learned our first language, through context, through attempting to communicate and progressively learning the basics of the language.